Hi, we are going to start working out laying face down on the floor. If you are worried you're going to be uncomfortable there, you can grab a pillow or blanket or any other sweatshirts, things that you can use to prop yourself up and give support if you're worried about too much pressure on the chest, or if you are tight in your low back when you lay face down, you might want to put a rolled up sweatshirt under your hips. So anything that would make you comfortable when you're sleeping if you're laying face down. Join me here. Okay, I want you to begin. Oh, it's going to be funny doing this with headphones on. Begin with your head turned to the side and your arms by your sides, as relaxed as possible. We're going to begin breathing here. So when you get down here, go ahead and, be breathing. And we've got a couple things going on right away here. This is a pretty big rotation in your neck. And so that should have an effect on how you're breathing. I want you to try to inhale and exhale through your nose. Also, with all the pressure against the front of your body, you may notice more movement happening in the back of your body and the expansion of your inhale. So this position lets us make some movement through the mid-back, which is a place a lot of people hold tension, and sometimes there's restriction in the diaphragm here, either because of a tense back. Let's turn your head the other way. Either because of a tense back or a tight psoas muscle often. So just notice the ribs fanning away from the spine as you breathe in and then hugging back in towards the spine. Take your time with your inhale breath, drinking it in slowly. Just kind of feel where the edge of your expansion is. And then as you exhale, let your body just sink and collapse into the floor. Do one more breath in and just notice the pressure against the front of your body. There's still expansion there pushing into the mat. And then as you exhale, just feel a surrender, letting your body just give into the floor. All right, now I'm going to have you bring your arms up into the W position. Come up into a hover just a few inches off the mat. And we're going to create a side bend pattern leading with an alternating arm. Take one arm, reach across towards the other side of your mat, and if you can go beyond your mat, even better for a bigger stretch, and then come back to center. And let's alternate. You're going to reach over as you inhale, exhale to center. Now, as you continue doing this pattern, I want you to play around with changing how much pressure you give the arm that stays down, and use that pressure to help lift up your upper body. As you keep alternating, can you look a little farther than gazing at your arms? I'm going to add one more thing. Keep doing that. Try to step your leg across towards the other leg now. If that feels uncomfortable on your pubic bone or your outer hip, leave that part out. But for some people, adding that extra step, you might find it's a really good way to stretch your outer hip. And if you're an IT band person, you know. One more time. Reaching over and then coming back. Now I'm going to have you prop yourself up a little higher. So you're on your forearms with your elbows underneath your shoulders-ish. Now this gets more of our spine into the extension, and we'll use this as a base position. Let's go into a rotation. I want you to bend one knee, trying to hike it up towards that same side shoulder. You're going to take your opposite arm, reach it under for a thread the needle, and then rotate your upper body and reach the other arm towards the opposite wall. Stay here, take a real big breath in, and now let it fill up the front of your body now that that's open. And then stay for another exhale. Good. Now let's just start to roll out of it. So I'm going to lead with my top hand, slide my under, get out of the rotation, then extend the arm. Leg. All right, let's go the other way. Knee up. You're going to weave the arm through and then rotate. And your hips are going to twist a little bit to follow. Full breath in here. Take a big inhale. Let the breath go all the way out to your fingertips so it opens up the whole front. And then stay for another exhale and just release. Good. Let's start to weave it through. So top arm goes over. Pull out the bottom arm. Get squared off towards the floor. All right, first leg. Hike it up. Swing it through. Twist. Big breath in. Make that exhale, let that shoulder go. Can you twist a little deeper through your upper body? Okay, arm comes through. One more. Da-da-da-da. You deserve to be even. All right, weave that arm through. Turn your upper body Let your head follow as much as it's comfortable. Big breath in, feel it climb up the sides of the rib cage into your chest. And then exhale, wring yourself out like a wet towel. Just squeeze and twist. Good. Pull yourself through. All right. Now, if we take that same forearm position, I'm going to have you lace your fingers together so you're like in more of a TP or triangle, whatever, arm. Okay, you're going to shift your body weight back and we're going to roll it like our undulating cat stretch. So you're going to drop your head, round your spine, and you're going to flex your knees and hips to shift your weight back. Now, when you get back here, you're going to be butt up in the air a little. And I want you to feel this out as first your shoulders. So the amount that you can drop your head and chest will affect how much stretch you get through the shoulders. And then the other variable, which is optional, is sometimes lifting your hands up and increasing the elbow flexion. You really get a nice pull into your triceps there. But anywho, while that's going on, I want you to add, stay butt up, just a little wiggle of your hips. We're just going to try to create a little lateral movement through the pelvis. I have a lot of clients that have like SI joint funkiness sometimes, or like the sit bones don't feel like they're quite even. And this little micro movement and jostle is good to help with that. All right, so we'll incorporate that into the wave. I want you to tuck your tail under. You're going to flex your spine. So go back through that cat, push your hips down, lift your chest. We get an extension here. Drop your chin, round your spine, and then elongate, hang out and wiggle a little. And you can play with the amount of flexion and extension in your hips, tiny shifts, leaning and pushing, and then roll the pelvis. Come on back down, land your hips, lift your head and chest. Drop your head, roll it back. Explore something different with the elbows. You can lean side to side. That wiggle doesn't have to be isolated to the pelvis. You can shift it through the shoulders. That was kind of fun. Roll, it's kind of fun. And up one more time. I know what I sound like. Sometimes I'm embarrassed of what I sound like. Too enthusiastic for exercise. All right, now this time we're not going to come forward again. I want you to just lay your arms out into a regular shell stretch. You're going to sit back, let your lower spine flex. So you can see this is where the shell comes in. I've got a nice rounded spine. Now stay there, take a big breath into your back. And I want you to use this exhale to pull in your abdominal muscles. So they're drawn away from the floor. And that's going to help you get even rounder through your lower back. You might feel broadness there. Another breath in. And then exhale. Now, hang out here, but change your legs. Anything different. You can curl your toes in. You can make it wider. Just explore how this forward fold in this like bowing position is really different depending on where we place the legs. And just do a couple of them. And I'd say go into whichever one was most comfortable now. And we're going to go through an undulation. So I've tucked my legs under me in parallel. That's my choice. And then you're going to roll up. So we're going to flex the spine, tucking your tail, and then stacking the spine like building blocks up to vertical. Now, lead with your chest. So you're in a little bit of an extension. We're going to throw those arms back out. I'm going to make that smoother. Roll up, and then lifted chin, throw the arms back out. So I'm going to curl on the lift, and just pretend you're like throwing out like a sheet, right, to get the wrinkles out of it. Roll up. Let's get the wrinkles out of our body. Roll up. Throw it down 2 more times. Curl up. And throw it down. Last time, roll up. And throw it down. Let's roll up so we can make good eye contact with each other and be all done. Have a great day.